This week's YKWD is sponsored by BetterHelp. Start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/dude. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/dude. Yeah, what was that? You know what, dude? I don't really talk like that. All right, listen. This week's, you know what, dude? Yeah, I do. I guess I do. This week's YKWD is brought to you by Ritual.com. Get your key nutrients without the BS. Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/YKWD to start your ritual today.
Are you picturing it? It's good. It's really good. Nobody gets pregnant. It's a lot of fun. And meanwhile, the Chinese baby and the Jamaican nanny are just alone looking at each other like, what are we doing? What is this?
What's going on? It's Robert Kelly here, and I want you to join my Patreon. I got this.
Why is Andrew Schultz sitting like a lesbian?
I got that.
Take a look.
This too.
Oh, what's in the box?
Dude. Oh, whoa. I've been waiting months for this. And check this out. Oh, no. All right, we have a special guest coming in. Your background, what is that?
Hold on a second. Somebody's teasing me. Hold on a second. That's not my fault. Okay. Sorry.
This is on there.
I think we definitely empowered trolls. We gave trolls a template for how to nail each other.
And this.
Less titty challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Did you break your bed? It don't matter. I think that's it. Nope. You get this too. Dude.
It's always been fun to be friends with you doing stand-up comedy all these years.
So hit the button, click it, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. You'll thank me later.
Patreon.com with Robert Kelly. I talked to Uncle June and Johnny Sheck the other day. It's good for business.
Yeah, baby. We're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show. YKWD. I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast.
YKWD's back again.
Old school, back in the day, where it all started. Before them all.
YKWD.
This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules. Shut up. You're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
Sorry. It's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. You know what, dude, is back. I can feel one of my guests staring at my head right now. I just got some mamoons out of my teeth. We're back in the studio. It's good to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. I want to thank, this is coming out. When the fuck is this coming out? I don't even know when this is coming out. Anyways, I got a great show for you tonight. Cut that out. Cut that part out. I got a great show for you tonight. Two of my guests have been on my show so long. Every time they're on, I love having them on. They're hilarious stand-up comedians, which is a requirement for the show. And they're good friends of mine. So let's give it up, everybody, for Mr. Greg Stone and Michael Vecchione. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, Bobby. What's up, man?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Good. Flight back. I wouldn't get. You're wearing it. Skankfest South. We were just at Skankfest, and
Yes.
that was a lot of fun. You took the earliest flight out. We were just talking.
I always take the early flight out.
You don't like to wake up in the sun?
I don't like waking up in the town I was just in. Like I'll do in my brain. I'm like, okay, I have these days that I'm doing, and then I like to sneak out of in the night.
Yeah.
I don't want to see
Like
the
a
hotel
fugitive?
lobby. I don't want to do the hotel lobby
Right.
again, and I don't want to be in traffic. I don't want to be at the airport. I don't want to touch people. Airports stress me out.
Yeah.
So if I can go at 4 in the morning
Right.
and get to the airport. I have everything that you could possibly get me through everything without talking to anybody. Like I check in online. I have my boarding pass on my phone. I have Clear, Global One, TSA, so I can just zip through shit.
Right.
I don't take out my ID. I don't take my shoes. I don't open nothing. I go through security. I go to the lounge. I get a cup of coffee, a banana, and then I sit by myself and watch stupid videos. And then the plane comes. I board. I know exactly when it's boarding. It sends it to my phone, and I do that slow crawl to the front. And then they go first class, or if I'm in like Delta Plus, I go right before everybody. I just cut them off. I get on the plane, bag up in my seat, boom, all my shit in a little thing, and I sit down and I'm done.
Wow.
Get off the plane, same shit. Cars coming up, Carmel, get in the car, get home. And then I got home, sat in a bench, smoked a cigar. The leaves were falling. Life was good.
Speaking of bored, I'm...
Oh my God.
Hello, I'm Greg Stone. Welcome to Friday Night Greg.
Friday Night Greg.
I just do my podcast on their podcasts now.
Oh, you just make my podcast? I wish you would.
Less content.
Yeah.
Less content. No, that's cool. All right. I just wanted to say hello.
You're going to take this show.
Just put this on my stream and we're good.
That's what we should do. We should just take...
Bobby, I have a follow-up on your story. If one thing goes wrong in that elaborate process that you just laid out, do you flip out? Do you just completely lose?
Give me a scenario.
Your Clear is not, they go, we don't understand. You're going to have to walk, or the Clear line is really long.
TSA.
Or, yeah, but somebody gives you a hard time. The car is not coming. The guy makes a wrong turn in the car.
I get to the airport 2 hours before I board.
Oh my God.
So here's the deal. Anything could go wrong. Flat tire, bird hits the windshield, get fucking carjacked. The lines are long. I got to check. Something happened.
Right.
I'm there so early.
Right.
Flight gets canceled. Guess what? First flight out. They immediately, because I'm Delta
Right.
and I'm platinum.
Yeah.
Right. And I have a platinum Amex. Sorry. Platinum Amex. I can't get that right.
Yeah.
Platinum Amex. Add the sound effect in. I just like when the flight gets canceled, they immediately put me on the rest of the flights on like in a seat.
Wow.
So I just want to get home.
Yeah. You don't get thrown by anything, because I figure you're not sleeping that much if you're leaving that early. So you're on no sleep. And that tends to make at least the Macaroni Rascals in the room a little cranky. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that I probably should be abreast of the new nicknames that you guys have.
Oh,
but
you're technically, this is our podcast. There's two hosts here.
Yeah.
You're the guest.
We flip it on you.
Welcome to Macaroni Rascals. I'm your host, Greg Stone, and this is my good friend, Mike Vecchione.
Yep.
I heard you were flying around these days. So, he's got a fun story about platinum being platinum. They call Bobby platinum.
Platinum Bobby. Go ahead.
Oh, boy.
You know how easy that would be for me? I hate hosting. Just fucking have
guest. We can guess.
The last time we were here, you had you set up a situation that was pretty Machiavellian, where Mike Cannon came in and you told Mike and Greg they were both the hosts of the podcast.
I was told. You remember that? Did you know this?
Yeah.
I was told
do.
I was the host, and I think you set that up as a way to just because let's be honest, I haven't called you in a few Sundays. Okay.
You don't call your father at all.
I know you said I need to put him back in his place. I was told I was guest host. I told there'd be a hot meal waiting for me. I was.
What is this, the army?
If we come to Macaroni Rascals, you get a hot plate of pasta.
The macaroni's ready.
It's always al dente. Put the water on.
First of all, I can't have carbs. So you're not getting any pasta from me. All right, you chubby macaroni people. I can't do it. All right.
Yeah, but it was fine. I know it's like there's nothing you could do to me that would hurt me.
But did you understand what he did? He faced you off with Mike Cannon. Because Bobby's Italian and Irish.
Yeah.
Cannon is Irish. You're an Italian. He took the sides of himself. It's very Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
And then faced them off against each other while he was gone, watching probably from one of these cameras in his room.
Yeah, I know. I am. I watch all the shows from these cameras. I'm watching right now. This isn't me. I
was Greg in the bathroom.
He was good. He was good. He wipes his ass with his left hand, and he looks he looks at the toilet paper way too much. He doesn't trust himself.
Oh, you got to double check every time.
You don't have to. After the third wipe, you should be pretty sure.
Really? Because I did 3 now, and I'm uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah. Because I do a lot too high. I go too high.
What does that mean?
I wipe like upper back, and then
Where do you start?
Where do I start? I go from the
you start from the.
I just found out that you're supposed to do front to back. I've been doing back to front my whole life and just wiping it up my chest. What am I doing? This isn't true, and it's
Greg
gross.
knows how he boards a plane, back to front.
But I mean, but first of all, the whole travel thing too. I've been doing it for so long, dude. I used to travel out of JFK back in the day
before he was assassinated.
What's up, dude? Pow.
Give me one too. Thanks.
Give me one.
All right, 3 of them.
Pow.
Nice.
I think the bomb bandana disappeared on that one. I think you incinerated it. It was right here. I don't know where the fuck it went. I mean, back in the day, there was no getting on anything. There was no cutting a line. There was just the line.
Were you able
the fucking line? And you got to, and there was no room. Like in the checkout, like they redid airports in the last 30 years.
Right.
When I was flying before, LaGuardia was garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking garbage. JFK was fucking old, man. It was like, there was people, you'd have to wait outside. Like to board a plane, to get into the airport part, there would be a line out the front door because there was no room. So you're just in like cattle.
Yeah.
Just fucking jammed in. It was so stressful, so fucked. And if a plane got canceled back in the day, you had to get into another line and wait. And then and whatever they told you was just, you had to suck it up and take it.
When you used to get on a plane, they used to walk through the aisles and go, "Tickets, please, tickets," and they. I'll just give up.
Don't give up.
I saw your eyes.
Come on.
Both of your eyes on that.
Train reference. That was a good train
I
reference.
thought it was, and I read your souls. And your souls went, Greg.
You should have said next stop Carson City. That would have been funny.
I'm
And
so
then
tired.
tickets.
Anyway, did you smoke on planes? Were you flying back when that was?
I was just talking about something. The last time I smoked on a plane, I had gotten arrested in upstate New York, where I played "Call Me on the Carlson." By the way, "Call Me at the Carlson."
What? Oh,
oh yeah, that's a great. I played that.
I got arrested
3 nights in a row.
You did not.
I did. I do very well now.
I'm gonna call him right now and find out.
Yeah, when you call him, say,
Listen,
can
you
you
can't-
have Greg come on?
You can't say I sold out 3 nights in a row because that will bother any comedian these days. Because the people that are selling out is just mind-boggling.
Yeah. I just lie now. I don't care about credits. I don't care about you want. Oh, you got a half-hour special? Great, me too. I got it all. I'll just say it. I just lie now. I don't care. I've more.
No one checks it.
Yeah, I got more Netflix specials than any other comedian. Do you know that?
No.
Check.
I didn't know that.
It's not. Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
And
Not
then
true.
he
Who
goes,
gives a
it's Netflix Asia. You don't get it here.
I'm the Seinfeld of Italy. People don't know that. Yeah, that's what I do. They go, what's your credits when I go on? I go, tell them I have more Netflix specials than any other comedian. And they do, and the crowd goes, oh yeah. They still don't care. They still don't care. And no one checks.
No one checks.
I have nothing.
Nothing.
I have Calvin. He's a good boy.
Calvin.
You know what they did in? I know. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks.
I haven't seen you since then.
I know. I haven't slept since then.
Well, we've
Still
been at
doing it, okay.
Skankfest. He's had a family, and we're at Skankfest. So
Yeah.
divergent careers.
I know. I wasn't
Yeah,
on.
You can't go to Skankfest.
No, not with
I
a
know.
child.
Not with a child.
I know.
Not with a real ass baby.
Thanks.
Yeah.
He's met him. Hi, Tim. I gave Calvin, he comes over. Mike Vecchione comes over.
Yeah.
I just put the baby in his arms. I went, here you go. And I just see Mike go, he goes,
Yeah.
I've never held a baby this
Yeah.
young before.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just
young.
saw you.
That would be the same
It
thing.
was
If you,
kind of
if
wonderful.
you gave him like a 2-foot dildo that was wet, he'd have the same reaction. What do I do with this?
They put both of them up there.
I'm actually quite comfortable with that one. I did one on myself.
I love it. That's the big dog. Woo woo.
let me ask you a question.
Ask me.
Because when
Ask it to me.
I can't stand you.
I'm sorry, my mind is fucked. I was
Buddy, listen, you do what you do because I know in around 20 minutes your blood sugar's going to drop. Anyway.
Yeah.
And consistent Vecchione is going to be right there.
Hey, he's my net. I call him the net. He's the net.
Yeah.
No Grayson twins on this. He'll catch me every time. The Batman reference.
No, when we had the baby,
Mhm.
certain people showed up. Tom Papa was the first person with his daughters.
Mhm.
Came and visited me and Dawn in the hospital to see the baby. He's just a solid guy, you know,
Right.
family guy.
Good guy.
Yeah, great guy. And then it was Dan, Kelly, and Joe.
Dan Kelly or
Dan
Kelly.
Soda
and Kelly
Festuca. And I believe Joe List.
They all came to the hospital?
Yeah, they came to the hospital to visit, yeah. Who came to your hospital?
Not even my dad.
None of your friends came and
They all
visited?
said COVID, but I was like, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not true. It's not true, though.
You can visit the hospital, right?
Huh?
You can visit the hospital, right?
No, we didn't really have any visitors because there's a George Washington Bridge. It's hard to get over,
Yeah.
It's a lot of, I have good friends. I have friends.
Did any of them come to the hospital?
I had a spot. He had a spot.
Who had a spot?
Anthony DeVito had a spot.
Anthony did not
12
come to your hospital.
At 12 in the afternoon, he had a spot.
He didn't come to visit the baby at the hospital?
Not in the hospital.
Dude, that's not good.
Yeah.
Where was the hospital, though? It must have been far away.
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes. But you got to go to the RFK Bridge. It's hard to get over that RFK Bridge.
Yeah.
With traffic and the toll. Yeah, I think they love me.
I mean, wow.
I tried to do a comedic straw slurp.
I heard it.
Work.
Joe, add that in.
Add that in.
Add that into the video.
No, but they came saw me after, which was nice. I keep interrupting with nothing.
That's not true.
I went to bed at 2 a.m. and then nursed because I nursed him straight till
And you have
6
kids?
a.m. to 6 a.m. And then Tita took over from 6 to 9, and then I woke up at 10 to be here.
Who's Tita?
Tita is my night nurse.
I'm kidding.
She's this lady I'm banging.
Listen.
Yeah.
So, but you have to wake up because my wife, you don't know this. When you have the baby, they can, if the woman can breastfeed, as a man, you're excited because you don't have to wake up and feed them in the middle of the night. You get to sleep.
Right.
They have to wake up because you don't have milk coming out of your tits, colostrum or whatever the fuck it's called. And
so they bottle it. She bottles it.
Oh, so
I bottles it. And I
she fucked you.
She fucked me. She figured out the loophole. Because I was like, so I guess I'll just go to bed then. She was like, well, I'm putting these in a bottle.
You should be like, this is too commercial. You know what I mean? I like it more. I'm more of an alt guy.
Yeah.
Authentic.
Yeah, that's not fresh milk.
Right.
You should tell the colostrum dies 30% if you put it in a bottle. If it comes straight from the tat.
We're gonna, if he doesn't get it from the boob, that's how ADHD is formed. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. You want 2 people in the house with that?
Did I tell you that she said that? This is not a joke. When they tested the baby to see if he was a boy or
what?
They tested the baby.
The baby? The baby?
That's a rapper.
The baby.
It is a baby.
The baby is a rapper.
It is a baby.
Yeah.
My baby is also a rapper.
Is he?
You know that? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty nasty.
He spits rhyme and phlegm.
Come on, another one.
It's gonna be a long podcast with a lot of these.
I like it. I like this. Yeah, go ahead.
What was I saying?
You were saying the baby's a rapper.
No, that was what Mike was saying.
Are you kidding me? You were talking about your wife breastfeeding.
Yeah. She was breastfeeding.
Yeah.
And
she was putting the stuff in the bottles.
She's putting the stuff in the bottles.
Oh my God.
I was gonna take a 20-minute nap if you don't.
Oh wait, no. You ADHD.
ADHD.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Checking the baby.
God bless Mike. That's my main man.
Yeah.
That's not for that. I know. That was between you. I mean,
yeah, she goes with the doctor to test if it's a boy or a girl, and she goes, serious as hell. She goes, do you know if there's a way to test if he'll have ADHD? And I went, are you serious, lady? I was like, is that how you think of me? Like, she was worried that I was going to pass on my gene. That is literally the thing that makes me as the good man I am.
You don't think that my wife went to her doctor and went, is there any way we can tell if he's going to be an angry cunt? This kid's going to all have a temper. Like,
is this baby going to scream at people in traffic?
Yeah, is this baby ever going to fucking make a mountain out of a molehill of everything?
Is this baby going to go in my wallet when I'm asleep?
Yeah, is this baby going to be insecure where he's going to have to do comedy to get accolades on a fucking social media platform? Or is he going to have self-esteem?
You want to see a picture?
Of your wife's vagina?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No.
Why not?
Because I would never look at a picture of your wife's vagina.
Dude, this one is wild.
No, I would never be able to meet her again.
You're never going to meet her anyway.
Why not?
He keeps her in a room. I don't even meet her. I go to his house all the time.
She won't come out.
She won't come out of the room.
She
like, is there something going on? Tita! I just start screaming, Tita!
She's just in the other room making bamboo furniture.
This is Anthony DeVito in a wig. It's fucking. Look at that cocksucker.
My God.
Yeah, this is my baby.
I mean, I don't know if you call your kid a cocksucker. This is being recorded. And when he's
That's how
13,
I breastfeed.
Dude, don't say that.
What? Is that offensive? But to him, he doesn't care. He just doesn't get this. He doesn't get
Let me
me.
see, Bubba.
He doesn't get our kind of humor.
He doesn't.
Calvanucci.
All my humor is going to be
Calvanucci.
Calvanucci.
So pretty.
Pretty? Don't
So
call him
pretty.
pretty. He's masculine. He's a masculine man with many
He's so
breasts
small.
and suit on.
Yeah.
Oh, can I swip through the?
I mean, you're going to see my wife's vagina. That's fine.
Oh my God, dude. You got to get that framed.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, you should delete that one.
It's just me I do skin to skin with him. I do skin to skin with Vecchione when he comes over too. He lays on my belly.
Skin. Well, I was in bed last night. My kid hadn't seen me for a week. I was on the road. I came home. Excited to see me. I love him so much. We went out to dinner. We went, I was telling him we went to the go-karts at the Palisades.
Oh, that's fun. RPM.
Well, it's fun, but you going in, you're like, okay, this is great. I'm going to take he wants to go to this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. I'm fortunate enough, thanks to the fans for Patreon and for showing up at my shows. And I'm fortunate enough to bring Max to things. So keep that fucking money coming. I'm fortunate enough to go and take him. And he starts
enough to go to a go-kart place.
Well, dude,
$40.
It's $40. It's a lot of money on a fucking Monday night. You know what? My mother gave me a spoon.
Yeah.
I was in the backyard digging shit in the dirt.
Right.
I went to the park and just lied in a river. I mean, dude.
I was going to say that. You guys do such cool things for your kids. And it's like, for me, it was like, we were washing the cars, like chores.
Yeah.
Like wash the car.
Yeah, my
I haven't seen you wash the car. We're going to wash the car together. Like,
yeah, we had toys made of wood.
Yeah.
Like wood. I had a wood truck. You know what I mean? And we didn't have, so I'm very fortunate to be able to have to sit. And he started crying. He started flipping out. I don't want to go. He had the helmet on, everything. He's crying, flipping. I don't want to go. I'm afraid of going. And his mom was like, Max, it's unacceptable. You have to overcome your fear.
I love that. By the way.
Unacceptable.
And he's
I love it.
But he's like, and but he's a fucking pussy I am. He comes and grabs me, Dad, I don't want to go. And he's holding me. And my whole childhood's running through my head. You know what I mean? I just want to go, listen to me. You don't do what you don't want to do, son.
Oh,
and we're both crying. And my wife's like, you fags. But no, but I was like, listen, dude, you try.
Yeah.
Try it if you don't want it. If you can get out, we'll be. So we had to spend like 10 minutes. He calmed down emotionally. She's like, Max, you need to get over this. Try.
Yeah.
And he got in and he's we're going around real. So by the end, he's fucking smashing into stuff, giving me the peace sign. Throwing gang signs, riding like this. So, and then last night he jumps in the bed. He kicked me in the fucking nuts. He slept with us. He's so big now.
Yeah.
It's the best thing that's ever happened to me besides getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so, you're going to have so much fun with this kid.
That was a good save, by the way.
Why?
Besides getting married. That was a great save.
My wife,
can I say
really
something?
A great
my
save.
wife looked at me and she went, I've never felt love like this before. And I went, you married me. I'm here. And she was like, well, this is I like you. I love him.
Can I be honest? That's the one thing I avoided when we were having a kid. In my head, I was like, I'm not going to be that guy that goes, I miss my kid.
Right.
I love my wife.
Right.
I miss my wife.
Yeah.
I love my wife. I can look at my wife and fucking cry.
Me too. Yeah.
I love her. And when I come home, I miss her just as much. I mean, she's not much of a fucking cunt as Max.
Yeah.
I mean, she can be a fucking cunt. I mean, she's a tough broad.
This is the thing.
Yes.
Your wife, this is the thing I've been trying to like get my head around, is that like my wife has earned her love, right? Like through, like when I met her, you're passionate and you're like, yeah, I want to fuck and it's crazy. But then that goes away.
Right.
And what you rely on is this building that you've put together, block by block. I know her. She's my partner. Her love has been earned and she's got my back and you deserve it. Love, in my opinion, is earned. This kid
earned as far as like in a bank, an emotional bank.
An emotional bank.
Is this going towards Bitcoin? Because I have some great tips for the fans out there.
Boom.
Shibu.
Boom.
Blockchain.
But the baby has not earned any of this love. It's just immediate evolutionary chemicals.
Imposter syndrome.
What do you
Bobby,
mean?
take it away.
Thing is, what he means by that. And thank you for bringing it up, because I have a book on imposter.
You get what I'm saying? There's a thing about, I think that real love is not the fucking immediate passion you have with someone. Real love is like through being with someone and
because look, a baby, it's yours.
Yeah.
It's you. It's literally, if you look down,
he's a
whether you don't know it, you're seeing
your cells.
Unfortunately, your nose.
Yeah. No, he got my wife's nose.
Thank God.
Fucking God.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we didn't need that thing.
We'd have to train him to work with the DEA. It's in the trunk. Get the kid.
Got my wife's nose.
It's in the wheel well.
Um,
Ooh, that was a good one. I'm laughing at it still. Sometimes you like your own jokes a little too much. I hate that. I'm still giggling. I said wheel well. I got it out.
Wheel well is a funny word.
That's a fucking great wheel well.
Wheel well.
Wheel well. Yeah, but you love your kid. But I just don't like guys who are like, dude, I miss my kid. Fucking fuck you. Get divorced then.
Would I love my kid more than I love my wife?
You shouldn't.
It's a different type of love.
It's the same.
It's an
For me,
unreal love.
For me, it's the same.
It's the same?
It's the same. It's my family.
Right.
It's like they're one. I don't know if that makes sense. My wife and my kid are my family. It's the first and only thing that I give a fuck about. Everything else can leave. You know, everything else.
Right.
Anything else can fail me. I kind of expect it.
Right.
I love my friends. I love it. But
what about the sponsors?
The sponsors never fail.
Should we go to an ad?
They're fantastic. Speaking of sponsors,
WeWork.com.
Yes.
Get there. And work.
Yeah, I don't know. I love coming home. Dude, yesterday I came home. I was in my backyard. The leaves were falling. I was smoking a cigar. Right. And I was like, fuck, I love my fucking life.
It's great.
You know, we go out and do that. I mean, look, we have a blast.
Yeah.
Skankfest was fucking amazing.
Right.
But coming home last night, it's a different, but it took me a minute to like it because my ego was telling me I shouldn't like it. Because if I like that, then I've given up on comedy. Or I've given up on I've given up on hustle, that chasing that dream. And, you know, I've somehow given up on it. Like I'm a square. You know what I mean?
Right. The hustle is overrated. I know these people do it's so stupid.
Tell Louis Gomez that fucking guy.
No, but I mean, like, there's like a different.
I did around 10 years ago. The kid was being carried around by 1,000 people last weekend. Fuck, I should have listened to that. This fucking goddamn Puerto Rican.
Hey, he did it, man.
No, but there's work hard and there's like work smart, you know? Like, I think,
like I said, Louis Gomez was being carried around.
Yeah, but he works, he made the smart, crazy thing.
Yeah. He makes people work hard for him.
Yeah. And he's also doesn't mind taking wild risks.
Yeah, he doesn't take he takes more calculated risks, I think. But it's like I think that he had this thing in his head, and it's like a fight. He's Tyler Durden. This became like a Fight Club type. It's not just comedy. It's like boxing and wrestling and all this other stuff. And
he's a professional heel.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's a risk. That's a risk.
It's a risk if you're going to try to be famous in mainstream famous. It's a risk. If you're trying to be famous for your fan base, it is not a risk.
It's a risk for you personally. It's a risk for me to be like, I worry about.
It's a risk for you to be around.
Yeah, I'm not like I wouldn't be that. I'm not. He knows who he is.
Yeah,
you know, like I'm not that guy.
No, Louis made a decision a long time ago. I'm this guy.
Yeah. Right.
And
I like who he is. He decided that's who he was.
Right.
And that's what a lot of comics do. They decide, they go, a lot of comics are waiting for them to find who they are. Yeah. The reality is no, just choose who you are and then fucking lean into it.
Well, choose who you are, but make sure it aligns with who you actually are. That's why it works for Louis. That's who he actually is.
Right.
Sure.
There's some people that chose that edgy shit and it wasn't who they were. Mm-hmm. And then they had to stop doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Lisa Lampanelli, that's not her.
Right.
That was a thing she chose to do, made her a lot of money, very successful, and then she was like, I don't want to do that anymore.
Let me ask you this, though. This is the thing I kind of noticed that gets me a little crazy. I feel like a lot of the mean comedians off stage are usually some of the nicest people. And then the guys who are like the super sweet guy on stage, I'm like, oh, you're a fucking asshole. You know what I mean? Like
that's an interesting observation.
That is.
Yeah, like a lot of these guys who walk around like they're like, I mean, there are a lot of rarities. Like Brian Regan is a great guy, but like there's just some comedians who pretend like, oh, I'm very into religion and I'm very into being clean, and then you meet them and you're like, yeah, you pretty much spit on my face at Eastville Comedy Club,
which is actually in the Bible.
Yeah,
so
spit on Greg's face.
Religious.
Bang, bang, bang.
Anyway,
I wish when we did that one time we formed something.
I would.
Yeah.
Is there some kind of a sound effect?
Yeah, we're adding that in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In post?
Yeah.
Sorry for those of you who don't understand what in post is. Showbiz talk.
Yeah. I think there's something, what Louis did, which he just picked a side.
Yeah.
He just fuck him. You know, we all have hopes of something happening.
Well, we have hopes of mainstream success.
Mainstream success.
Realized after I think he did Last Comic Standing in L.A. when we all did it, and he got bounced. And I think he had the realization. I actually talked to him about it. The realization that oh, this is not my path. This mainstream path is not my path. And he made the decision. I'm going to go all in the other way.
Right.
We still have like mainstream ambitions. You're in TV stuff. You're a great actor.
Thanks.
And like TV stuff, and like I was in a movie, and it's like.
Thanks. Nothing over here.
Greg,
you have a baby.
You have a baby. You're Macaroni Rascals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a podcast.
You guys have a podcast together,
right?
Yeah,
called
it's great Macaroni Rascals.
Right, exactly. Let's just get that out. It's gonna be weird if we don't tell people that. Please go check out their podcast, Macaroni.
I also have the most Netflix specials of any other.
You have the most Netflix specials.
That's true.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, Mike Vecchione has a movie coming out with Christopher Walken. Can't wait for that.
I can't wait for it.
That's a fucking good. I mean, how'd you get that? Where'd you meet him again? A Starbucks, right? Was it a Starbucks?
It was Starbucks.
Yeah.
But we still. My point is, we still have hopes of, not hopes, but like a mainstream. I'd like some mainstream success.
Right. That's what I
need. And I don't think I personally don't think I'm edgy as that crowd wants. I'm more into the jokes.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Me too. Not that I'm into the joke. I mean, I like when you watch a comedian and you go, "Oh, I never thought of it that way."
Right.
And there's a lot of comedians who I go, "Yeah, man, of course.
Yeah.
That's of course you think of that.
Right.
Of course." Right. And then he's just saying, if a comedian can do a joke that you can do, in my opinion, you're not a good comedian. There's a lot of comedians right now who go like, "Yeah, any of the fans like him because they think that's the joke they would write."
Right.
And you go, "No, I want to walk out of a show and go, that's a great perspective on that.
That's great.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just like the N-word. So do one or the other. I mean, one or the other.
I'm not pounding on that one.
I'm not going to pound on that one either.
Anyways, yeah, great weekend. Great stuff. I'm getting fucking old, dude.
Well, I mean, I just like to keep going on what we were talking about, but the audience, because I don't think of things from the. I think of things. I don't know about you guys.
I don't like that I changed the subject.
I'll change it back. You're on Macaroni Rascals.
No, listen. I don't like that I changed the subject and you looked at me.
Well, it was a great weekend.
And you went.
No, I have more to say.
All right, go ahead, dude. I apologize. Take over.
I didn't look at. I'm not. I just recently started looking. You're on your phone now.
Yeah,
no. Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why?
Checking Bitcoin.
No, I'm not buying Bitcoin. My Ring has gone off a lot. And my backdoor camera keeps going off, which is scaring the shit out of me. Because I'm like, my biggest fear with this Ring is that I'm going to turn it on one day, and then I'm going to look, and my wife and kid are being attacked by some Amazon driver, and I'm going to be here. So it keeps going on and off, and okay, there you go.
Let's hope he has a mask on. If he's going to be attacking, he's got to be socially distanced.
I got a huge.
What are you yelling at me for with those eyes?
Huh?
You give me dirty eyes.
No. I'm giving you comedic. We're a team.
Hell yeah, dude. Back to what you were saying, Mike.
Abbott and Costello.
Right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you with my changing of the topic.
I just never thought of it from we get so caught up in what I'm doing, what we're doing, like my set, my jokes, where am I going from here to this to that. It's like, oh no, how does the audience actually perceive you?
Yeah,
it's like they're not as nuanced as we are. We're talking to that guy at the bar. Which comics do you like? And he just gave us a list of comics. He's like, this is who is out there, and I see out there. I don't know you guys because you're not in my feed.
Yep.
Like so it's very like they're very. We have this specific of the inside view of things. Like people on the outside who have jobs and stuff, like they're just like whatever comes across my feed. Yeah, I like that. I don't like that. And anything, they're not looking for us.
Right.
They're not looking for these nuanced things that we all know about inside the business.
Yep.
They're like, that was pretty funny. That sucked.
Yeah.
They're not emotionally attached to it the way that we are.
Do we talk about this? People always say shit like, find your voice, see who you are. It's like, no, get a leather jacket. Because that's all it means to them. You were the leather jacket comedian.
Yeah.
That's what they go. It's not like this. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm the comedian who has these views on this. They don't see any of this shit.
Right.
Just put on sunglasses, get a gold chain. That's who you are now.
Can I stop you for a second, though? You're talking about two different things.
What?
Because you're talking about finding your voice is a real thing. That means you're funny, really funny.
Right.
When you find your voice of who you are and you enhance that, and that's your mixture, that's your That's your potion that you can take anything that happens anywhere and it goes into your thing. Mike, you have your thing. You have your thing. I have my thing. That's a real thing. The other thing you're talking about is being famous.
Branding.
There's fame.
Branding is with people's voice.
But there's fame and then there's funny. There's a lot of guys that are fucking hilarious that are not famous.
Right.
But they do make a living. They do have houses and cars and put their kids through college. But yeah, are they putting up every fucking weekend? Sold out, 2 more shows added, the fucking, whatever theater. No, they're not doing that, but they're very successful in the business, but they're very funny and they found their voice or who they are. Right?
What I'm saying is that we can.
What do you want?
What I'm saying, we can watch a comedian and he could just be up there in a black t-shirt and jeans and we go, I know that guy's voice. Because we're comedians, we watch it.
Right.
But what the audience sees is they don't see that. They go, that's a white guy. They see branding as a voice. And I'm saying, I think that the
I don't
average
know,
person
man.
sees that.
People, you know how I feel about this sponsor. I'm really proud to have him on YKWD because of where I'm at, what I've done, what I need in life, and what helps me. BetterHelp. All right, what is it? I'll tell you what it is. It's a place where you can find peace of mind. You maybe get some happiness in your life. I mean, what interferes with your happiness is something preventing you from achieving your goals. This is the holiday season. This is Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Some people are away from their families. Some people's families actually make them sad. Things happen. And right now, BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with a licensed professional therapist, connect you in a safe and private and online environment. It's so convenient, you don't have to go out of your house. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. It's not self-help either. Listen, this is a professional counselor, professional counseling. Get your timely and thoughtful response. Plus, you can get schedule weekly videos or phone sessions, all without having to sit in that weird, uncomfortable New York 3rd floor walk-up waiting room that smells like ghosts. It's more affordable than traditional offline therapy, and finally, financial aid is available. Ba-boom. It's a licensed professional counselor. They specialize in depression, stress, anxiety, trauma, anger. Sound familiar? And anything you share is confidential, professional, affordable, and you know what? It's not a crisis line. This is the real deal. So check out the testimonials posted daily on the site. If you want to start living a happier life today, as a listener of mine, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/dude. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/dude. What? We deserve to know what's going in your body, dude. And why? Especially when it comes to something we take every day. Ritual. You know what? It's a clean, vegan-friendly multivitamin. It's formulated with the high-quality nutrients and bioavailable forms your body can actually use. I'll tell you what you won't find. Sugars, GMOs, major allergens, synthetics, fillers, artificial colorants, plus the fresh taste and delayed release capsules designed to make taking your vitamins easy. Oh, thank God somebody's doing that. Listen, I take this stuff. They sent me some, and you know what? I love it. I love it. I love that I'm actually taking something that's helping me. It's helping my body, and I know it has. Do you believe that vitamins have crap in them? Some of these vitamins you get, it's garbage. Not this, baby. Ritual. It's a multivitamin. A multivitamin should contain key nutrients, informs your body can actually use to help fill gaps in the diet. No shady extras. Who wants that? I don't like shady extras. What is that? That sounds like some weird stuff you get in an alley. Ritual's delayed release capsules designed to deliver high quality nutrients, including, boom, vitamin D3 and just 2 daily pills. All right, I'm telling you about this. You'll always know what nutrients you're taking and where they come from thanks to Ritual's one-of-a-kind, visible supply chain. Nobody does that. Yeah, you can see what's in it, where it comes from. Now available for men and women and teens, Ritual multivitamins are scientifically developed to help support different life stages. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Ritual makes healthy habits easy. Your multivitamins are delivered to your door every month. You don't have to worry about. That's one thing. I go to some of these stores and I buy them. I buy a whole box and I run out, and then you forget to buy them for 4 months. Not with Ritual. They're delivered to your door every month with free shipping always. Love that word always. You can start. Boom, snooze it or cancel it. You know what snooze it means? Pause it. You like them? Great. Keep them going. You want to pause it for a little bit? You're going on vacation? Bang, do that. You can cancel it if you don't like it. And if you don't love Ritual the first month, they'll refund your first order. I mean, these people aren't messing around. They believe in their product, and I believe in them, and so should you. So get key nutrients without the BS. Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/YKWD to start your ritual today. I want to tell you about a amazing company that me and my wife found. We've been going to New Hampshire for the last 30 years, vacationing, and we love it up there. We've been renting and we've been a guest, and we've always wanted to own, but we couldn't afford it. It was just out of our reach until we found Tiny Homes of Maine. This company is amazing. It's a husband and wife. It's a family-owned business, and they make the most amazing tiny homes on the market. They're built to withstand Maine winters, and they look amazing. They're fully customizable, and they have 3 different sizes. You should check them out. If you're thinking about, having a second home or maybe downsizing or, just having an office, go tiny and go to Tiny Homes of Maine. The company is amazing, and they help you every single step of the way, from finding the right one for you, from making it from the ground up, and to finding about the laws in your area and financing. You couldn't go with a more amazing company and a more amazing family than Tiny Homes of Maine.
Comedy fans might, but not
I think,
normal.
Look at if Netflix said, "We love you, we want to give you a special, both of you,
right,
and we're gonna put everything behind you." Don't forget that all these people have publicists,
right?
They all these companies that work with them have publicists. They're being injected into the eyes of people.
Sure,
it's like it's not a random. It's not just your fans are seeing your shit every week. Just your fans see your shit every week. That's it. And you're hoping to grow that. How the fuck are you going to grow it when it's just the same fucking people you're sending it to every week?
Right.
These other people are sending their shit to people that have never seen them. And they're watching it going, what's this? What's that? It's not about a leather jacket. It's about the eyes. You getting yourself in front of these people.
You're talking about 2 different things, though.
But
I think that's a relevant part.
I agree with what you're saying,
but branding is a huge part of it also.
Branding is fine, but I mean, I agree with
about you go to a comedy show, you see 9 comedians, right? The audience will see 9 comedians, and they'll see the guy in the leather jacket and go, "Oh, that's leather jacket guy. He's cool." That's
FYI, if you're thinking of a leather jacket, don't. I'm thinking vest. You'd be a good vest.
I shaved my mustache, and everyone forgot who I was. That was like I'm fucking Superman. I shaved my mustache. It was like and
that helped your career.
Guy. Did nothing for my career.
I added the sound effect, kind of what I wanted. Just give him a note. You know what I mean? She's like, "What sound effect?" Like,
I wonder if any of these are really happening, or is this just a fun bit?
What do you mean?
You're going to make this guy do all these sound effects in?
Yeah, and some of the shit. I don't know, dude. Let's do.
No, I love that, but I'm
we'll
just
do a post-creative talk later. I don't know.
I'm going to make him make my producer do all that.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you want, though. I think if you want fame and if you're figuring out how to do that, just go get a fucking leather jacket and go make a choice.
But can't you take your voice, what you're talking about, the original thing that we all care about as comics and comedy fans, and take your voice, but then brand it appropriately so it's funneled so that people who are just driving a truck for a living and not really into all this, they they recognize the brand. They're like, oh, let me check this guy out with a leather jacket. And then they hear the voice and they're like, oh, I'm into this. So it's a combination of like taking the voice and then branding it correctly so that the Joe Schmo on the street gets dialed into it.
What's my brand? Because I got the act.
Yeah.
Merchant Marines.
Let's say, I would love for someone to come here, sit down and go, Greg, here's the shirt you're going to wear every show. This is how, like,
but that's the thing that because certain comics make that choice. They're not asking somebody to make that for them. They're making that choice. I'm me. I'm Bob. I'm not gonna go and I don't know if I can go and do something else. You know, what am I gonna do?
Right.
I'm gonna have a catchphrase or some shit. You know what I mean? Zingity doo dah, huh?
Right.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck to do.
I just want the superficial shit.
You want to be. I think every comic at every stage wants to be somewhere else. They do not. As soon as we get to where we want it to go, we want to go somewhere else.
Right.
I just don't.
That's the sickness of comedy.
I just want money.
And as soon as you got money, you'd want more.
That's right.
I disagree.
I agree with that.
I think I'm maybe one of the only comedians who's fucking well-adjusted. I am very happy.
Yeah.
You
came from a great home. The rest of us are shit.
You're all
the rest
garbage.
Of us came up like mushrooms.
I dislike all of you.
He said he's well-adjusted.
I think I am.
Have you listened to any of your podcasts?
No, I won't. I hate myself.
Buddy, you.
I'm not well-adjusted, but I think
just said you were the most well-adjusted. I believe
I'm
said he was
the most well-adjusted. I am. I'm pretty well-adjusted. I'm pretty happy. I get along with whatever. I don't.
Being happy has nothing to do with well-adjusted. You're psychotic.
What's well-adjusted mean?
I've talked to you on the phone, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, my emotions. I was tired one day after getting off the phone with you.
What? Like
physically.
Yeah, because you talk the whole time.
Physically, huh? Come on, son.
Oh, come on. I got something on there.
And you did.
Yes, you did. You got the tag on the end.
It's reality.
That's what makes this work. The team effort.
No. I mean, not well. I guess well-adjusted. I don't know if that's the right word. I mean, like, I'm not like there is not this giant void. I'm more worried about money than I am about
people who have a lot of money talk too much.
What do you mean?
I don't know. They just talk too much.
That's the cocaine.
No, it's the fact that they have. It's the fact
that was a verbal bomb.
Man, I don't know what I am.
I don't know where it went. It was right here. No, I think that when you have so much money, think about that feeling. We know people, right, that have so much money that they'll never worry about it again.
Right.
Yeah.
Their kids won't have to worry.
Right.
Imagine the relief that you have in your life. Imagine right now you have millions in the bank. You'll never have to worry about money again.
Right.
You'll never have to worry about it. That is a I don't know the percentage. I wouldn't, but to take that off your plate makes you a different person.
Well, then you have other challenges to worry about. If you're a comic and you have millions and millions of dollars in the bank and you have millions of fans or whatever, now you kind of have to worry about the fact of what they're laughing at, and do you even care anymore about being in the clubs every night like we are and writing these? I have millions of dollars in the bank. Why am I in the clubs every night? Like there's guys like Attell and Louie. Those guys will be in the clubs every night no matter what.
There's guys that aren't in the clubs every night that are still, it was funny, right? Or does that go away?
No, what I'm saying is after you have the millions and millions of dollars and you don't want for anything.
Right.
It's like, okay, where's your desire now?
Yeah, see, that's what I want in my career is not Ray Romano during Everybody Loves Raymond. I want Ray Romano now, where it's all done, but you can walk into a club and people go, "Oh, I love that guy."
Yeah, you
don't get
want
excited.
All the benefits. You want none of the work.
No, but that's the thing is, not to sound like shitty, but like I work my ass. I'm the most well-adjusted, hardworking people you ever meet in your life. But like I don't want the mega fame. I just want the like, hey, we don't worry. He doesn't worry about doing spots. He's not worried about being money. He can be artistic as I like to be artistic.
But what Bobby is saying, correct me if I'm wrong, like you're gonna want. After you get there, you're gonna want something else. Like Ray Romano now wants to direct,
right?
Yeah,
or
dude,
he wants to be Scorsese.
Yeah, look at Jim Carrey started painting. Ugh, I mean, that's when usually somebody gets a horse or an ostrich,
right?
I mean,
I want to want. I don't want to need. Does that make sense? I want to want. I don't want to need. Meaning, like I want to always be.
What book are you reading?
What book am I pushing? It's Greg Stone's How to Be Well Adjusted. and with not a lot of money. It's available on Apple Books.
But I don't think it works that way in terms of like a diamond is made from pressure, and that makes a diamond, which is you're in the clubs, you're under the fire, you're putting yourself in the situation, and that's how good comedy is coming out. Good comedy isn't coming out from you being on a fucking horse farm.
No, see, but I want to disagree with that. When I started, for the first 8 years of my comedy career, every show I needed to kill because I needed that next to get booked again. But once I got some
in your mind,
you
needed to get booked
because I wasn't well adjusted
and
back then.
That's not in his mind though. That actually works.
Yeah,
that does.
But
that actually works with the club when they get the waitresses and the people. Dude, he kills. He always that pushes you further and further and further, and that makes you from an MC to a middler to a headliner very fast. You're doing mediocre. They're gonna keep you in that spot and suck you dry, as an MC for a while, and then So yeah, but killing is. I think.
Let me just finish this point because I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah, but I'm rambling.
No, but like the beginning.
Don't ever cut my rambling. It makes me want to ramble more. I just want to ramble.
I just want to be there.
It makes me more sound effects.
Let's go to traffic.
When I
Today's YKWD is brought to you by Lara Bars, the healthy snack.
Follow me at Greg Stone to find out the rest of this tweet. No, but like needing that money pushed me. But once I got some money, that was when I was able to finally be free and really explore shit because that pressure of not having to make every joke fucking kill allowed me to go to different places.
Right. Can I make an observation though? That's in your mind.
Totally in my mind.
And it's totally in your mind. The fact that what Bobby said too, it's like, yeah, I'll be more successful if I do this. But that's because you're giving the club or whoever's evaluating the power.
Right.
And you're being attached to it instead of being being like, I'm going to experiment the way I'm going to experiment.
But they have the power because they have the money. I was afraid of no money.
Right. No, I understand. It's a very real thing.
Starving artist to me is kind of almost bullshit. You have to be just a little bit hungry artist. You can't be starving because you just can't. It's just too much pressure.
No, starving. When I was starving in New York City, I was at the clubs every night, staying out until I had the latest spot, but I was there early. And
do you think that was your best comedic?
Dude, I needed to become.
But artistically, how were you?
Artistically, I was great. I was fucking trying to. I was fucking sucking, licking, loving stand-up comedy. That's all I gave a fuck about for years. And it was hard to pull myself away from that to go fall in love with my wife. I did everything I possibly could to ruin that relationship. Right. Thank God she loved me enough to fucking see me through my bullshit, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized, like Mike is saying, is that I can come over here and be a human and have a life. You know what I mean? My life was stand-up comedy. I didn't care where I slept, what I ate, where I went. I didn't give a fuck what type of hotel, nothing.
Yeah. Right.
And then I was like, oh, I want to have a life. And I went and had a life. And then I had a child. But I can still do that stuff.
Yeah.
It's the fear. It's my own fear that holds me back from trying new jokes out on the road. Because I want to kill.
Right.
I want people to like me.
Right.
But in reality, me bombing for 5 minutes with a new bit in around a year, I'll have a new hour.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then you kind of realize that, it doesn't matter. Nobody gives a fuck about that bomb.
Right.
Nobody cares that I sucked for 5 minutes or 10 minutes during my set. Yeah. And they laughed, But we're talking about, I don't know, I just feel like money is one thing, and then what we do is another. And if you want both, you have to, very few people get both. Like become a holy shit comedian and have fame, that type of holy shit fame.
Right.
It's why there's only a few people that have that.
Right.
And a few people keep it.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see even people who don't get that level of fame, but have things happen to them, how they handle it. It's a different kind of challenge.
There's a lot of people that aren't fucking hilariously funny that have a lot of fame.
Yes.
But I've always been like, fuck that. But I'm starting to realize that it's just a hole that needs to be filled.
Right.
Someone's going to fill it.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's not me.
I don't want to do it, but if you're doing it, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, sorry, do what? What do you mean?
If you're not hilariously funny, but you're
not listening to me, so maybe he's listening to you.
He's listening to a different podcast.
No, I'm listening. Sorry.
Now, if you're not hilariously funny, but you have a significant amount of fame.
Right.
Yeah. Like that's not I look at that like that too. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
oh, that's not what I want to.
I told Louis, I was talking the other day. I told him, did a name drop, but, you know, Louis.
Do we have a sound effect for that?
Yeah, cha-ching. Or in some circles, boo. I was like, if I get like $1.5 million or 2 million, I'm deleting Twitter. I'm done.
Same. Yeah.
Because I have my life where I don't need.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all relative. I have this, and if I can get that, I'm fucking good. I'm deleting it all. I'm not fucking. Nope. Fuck off. I'm not. I'll do social media as a fun thing.
Right.
I'll do crafts.
How much more fun would social media be if you could just have fun on there? You can just make stupid videos, not worry about the fucking algorithm.
Can I ask a serious question though? Right. Like, I'm sorry, Greg, to cut you off about
that's okay.
Algorithm.
I wanted to get into the ins and outs of the algorithm. If we could.
Yeah, please talk.
If you had whatever your number
more like
is, Bobby.
bore a rhythm.
I'll give it.
I did that board joke before in the beginning, and no one.
I was a callback to your joke,
Yeah.
and we gave you a pound for that.
I don't think
But Greg,
well today.
speaking of, you said
somebody's blood sugar's going down. That's when he gets a little twatty.
I just
His hands are in his pockets. He's getting sleepy, but don't you worry. He'll have a Larabar and come back in a minute. Go ahead. What do you got, Mike?
if you hit your number, whatever your number is, 15 million.
Yeah, mine's
2 million.
It used to be 10, then it went down to 5. As I get older into this business, 1.5.
$60,000 a year. I just want to make what a plumber makes.
Yeah, I got 1.5. I'm out of the business.
1.5. You hit your number. It's beyond your number. Let's go double your number, whatever your.
I wish a millionaire hated me so much and hated my comedy so much that he paid me that money right now. Just, all right, you're out, right? I'd sign it. I'd be gone.
He paid you to delete your social media. I'm tired of getting these posts.
Yeah, I wish there was a millionaire that hated me. Like, really, just fuck your comedy, you fucking hack. And he just gave me that money right now, I'd leave.
If you had your number times 2, would that affect your work ethic on the road, in the clubs? Would that affect you have to really ask yourself that question.
You're right.
Would it make me lazier?
No, it would make you better.
Would it make you better?
It would make you better because you wouldn't care.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. I'm agreeing
but
with
you.
you.
Have to care somewhat about, about the joke. You can't just be like...
Eat that.
You can't just be like, this bit is good. This is good enough. It's fine. You know,
no,
instead of what poor Bobby would have worked it and worked it and worked it until it's like, oh, this is punched up all the way through.
No, you would have went on. I would have went on stage and be like, I would have went off on it because I don't care. Like he's saying, fame. You ever see somebody like when you go downstairs at the Cellar?
Yeah.
You go on stage, dude. You better fucking be funny, man.
Right.
Watch Chappelle go on.
Yeah.
He gets 10 minutes of fucking whatever you want to talk about.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Chris.
Yeah.
Louis, they all famous people get 5 to 10 minutes of you don't have to be funny and we still love you. We're just looking at you.
Yes.
You don't get that.
Right.
So when you get that, when you get to go on stage.
Yeah. And
that's the thing that famous people never fucking, dude, just do this and do. Famous people love to tell you what to do. I had one guy was like, dude, you got to get a car, dude. You got to get like an old car. That's the thing. Oh, really? You mean a $60,000?
Oh, right.
Oh, okay. Let me get it.
Yeah.
Let me finance my house and get a second mortage and shut up.
It's like when my mom is like, you should get on SNL. Like,
exactly. Famous people are like your mom. Exactly. Why don't you get on Ricky Lake? It's not on anymore. It's irrelevant. Fat twat.
No, you're right.
So when you have that money is a huge thing.
Yeah.
We're doing something that shouldn't, dude, you shouldn't get paid. What we do is crazy. And the fact that we can actually make a great doctor money, and that's a low level comedian.
Right.
A first year doctor.
Apple Store genius money here.
Well, but you know what I'm saying? You can make that money.
Right. But
money takes away a lot of fucking
what I'm saying
fear.
Comedically, like I've seen like you have like Chris Rock and these guys go on downstairs. Yeah. It's now they have to just comedically, forget the money. They have to now decipher how hard the joke hits because people are over laughing at them because they're famous. So it's harder to get a read on what's good and what's not good.
I think you're right about that. I think in some way they definitely give you more than they should. So you might do a joke that we're like, oh, Jesus Christ. There's a lot of comics that their third album is like, ugh, because they are getting those laughs those undeserving laughs, those fame laughs, right?
Right.
Is that what you're saying? And that
they're
makes
getting
you a
fame
little
laughs,
weaker.
and then it's hard for them to, especially if they have their own audience, and these guys aren't dropping it at the clubs a lot.
Yeah.
So they're getting huge laughs off stuff that's not objectively funny.
So let me flip the flip side of that coin, right? I don't know if this is the same thing, but if I get on stage, my act is my pilot episode, right? It's you're immediately learning who I am, whether you trust me, whether you like me, or whatever, right?
Right.
When a famous guy comes on stage, the crowd already knows who that person is. So I'm to what you're saying in a little bit different point is that they don't have to immediately prove who they are. So they are given a little bit of like, oh, I know you, I trust you, and you can go to a different place. So I would say that a lot of it is objectively funny, but you and I can't do it because the crowd doesn't know us yet. They don't know that we're safe. They don't know whatever. So they get to do the middle of their season act.
Is it objectively funny, or is it not funny enough? It's not funny enough.
It depends on who they are. I mean, like if you're at the cellar.
I mean, funny's funny, right?
I mean,
there's different levels. There's different levels of what a joke gets. These jokes, you ever have that joke where it's like, it's okay. It needs something else. It needs either a tag or it needs a harder punch, or maybe I'm not getting into it correctly.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not, the lead in isn't making them feel comfortable enough because the punch is a little edgy and they're cringing a little bit. It's like, I gotta like work it a little bit more. It's doing okay.
When I have people who
need something more.
Yeah, but there's some
but
there's some people that are good writers. There's some people that are fucking just funny. There's some people that are both. I mean,
Yeah.
So, I mean, some people, their charisma is just off the fucking charts. You right?
Right. But the thing is, and this speaks outside of money too, maybe comedy fans, us, the waitresses, we can all tell who's doing what. When I'm watching somebody, even if I've never met them, I know what a high skill level is.
Right.
And I know all the smoke and mirrors. I know and we all do them. I'm not shitting on anybody, but it's like, we know all of those ins and outs and smoke and mirrors and tricks that people do to get laughs. Yeah. So I know the difference between, and we all do, something that legitimately takes work and is built from the ground up foundation wise, and something that's misdirections and is getting the crowd to laugh.
No, I agree. I agree with that. But I also just think that like there is, it's so funny because I had such a point, but I've been interrupted so many fucking times that I forgot.
You're blaming us?
I'm blaming you. No, I'm not blaming you. No, I'm saying is I agree with you, but I just think that there is something to, I need my Larabar. No, I can't remember what I was going to say. So I apologize. This isn't going well for me. I'm not vibing. You guys hate me.
Dude, it's what you do. You come in hot.
Yeah.
You just.
I'm a 50-yard dash guy.
You afterburn, and then you can't go in. You got to fucking pull the cord.
No. I think that like we look at comedians and we're like, oh, like that guy is great. We know what they're doing.
Right.
But I think that like if we didn't have to prove who we are every second on stage, it sometimes will allow you to become more artistic because you're trusted to go to different places.
Well, Mike is saying you don't have to prove that.
Right. You can.
You don't.
I understand what
you don't need money to do that. You can just do it.
Right.
And take the hit.
Right.
But what you're saying, and I agree with you, it's so much easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
For people who have that money to take that risk. But
fame.
Did they get that fame and money from doing what he said?
Well, they had a great pilot episode already, but it's just everyone's seen it.
If you say that again, I'm going to throw a knife at your forehead.
That's a great analogy. No, but like if I walk on stage, opening joke, I go, here's why pedophiles are cool, right? People go, fuck this guy. But if Louis C.K. walks on and goes, here's why pedophiles are cool, they go, oh, I've trusted him. I know where he's going.
You're right.
He doesn't have to do this. So his first joke, he's already starting here. So by the end, he can go even further than that.
You can't do that.
I can't do that.
You can't do it.
I can't.
So what to get into your pedophile, now you have to figure out a way to do that.
Yeah.
Cut.
And then do you want to be do you want to be that guy?
Yeah. You
want to be that
You want to
guy?
be the pedophile guy.
I want to be the pedophile.
Yes. The guy.
Yeah. No, that's the only.
Can I make one more point?
Of course.
Okay. The other point that I never thought of before that I'm just now getting into, that I'm starting to realize, it's a lot of it is because I get so caught up in my own act, and is the joke hitting? How funny is it? Is it punched up all the way through? Real meticulous about what I'm doing. How does the audience feel?
Right.
How do they feel while you're doing your hour? Does it make them feel like when Sebastian goes up and he's doing it? First of all, Sebastian is very slow. He talks very slow and methodic.
Yeah.
And older people, his fan base skews older. They can hear him.
Yeah.
Like I'll be up sometimes, and my aunt, like who was like in her 70s, was like, I can't, it's too fast. You're talking too fast.
Yeah.
My mother's like, you're talking too fast. Slow down. He slows everything down so these people can really sit in the, no, I'm serious. His fan base. That's
but
what
he's clean. He's clean too.
He's clean.
Clean is a big thing.
When the people are watching him,
Right.
you could, these Italian families, speaks to our pod, like these women who brought their families in to watch him. There's this sense of pride and this sense of like, you used to do that?
But they're not. Well, I've had people bring people to see me and they were embarrassed because they forgot of what fucking a piece of shit I am. You understand?
Yeah.
They forgot that I'm going to say a lot of fucked up shit.
Right.
And you don't know what I'm going to do in between.
Right.
Because sometimes I go off and they be like, yeah, my mom was a little, yeah. So with a guy like Sebastian or, you know, you're going to be seen by more people and they're going to be able to bring them to you, watch you at work. Your stuff is going to be shared more because of the content and what you're talking about. Think about your content. You're the pedophilia guy.
Yeah.
Big time.
But the people who come and see you, if you're like super edgy, the people who are going to come and see, they want to feel that. Like, you know, it's like, how are they feeling while they're
It's what Lewis did. Going back full circle.
Yes.
I don't want to have that fan base. I want this fan base. I want the Skank fan base. I want the O&A old people and the fucking Howard Stern. I want those people. He went and got them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and they support him. And that's there. There's a ceiling to it. You know, it's not going to be, but he's okay with that.
Sure. It's good.
So he made that choice. I'm gonna be Louis J. Gomez.
Yeah.
The fucking rattlesnake. I'm gonna put on a piñata suit and beat the shit out of my fans.
Right.
Who would think of that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna have sex with every girl comic with a tattoo.
How does the Louis J. Gomez story end? That's what I want to know. What is the last page on that book?
It's tax fraud in a federal prison because he doesn't understand that he only makes 30% of all that money.
And then the documentary to follow.
Yeah.
And then it's fucking 19 girl comedians.
Every time I turn on the news,
Me Tooing him with video.
The Capitol riots. I was like, is this the end of the Louis J. Gomez story?
And you know what? He'll I guarantee he throws a festival in jail.
Yeah, there is.
That'll be the biggest,
world ends before he does.
I guarantee we'll all be in a jail parking lot doing a fucking show,
damn it.
roasting him while he's behind bars.
Good.
Yeah, he's giving Gabriel the stone cold stunner at the gates of heaven.
Because he picked, this is it.
Yeah.
Also, the mean comedian who's also one of the nicest people to me in the world, as we were talking about
Louis
before.
Gomez, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He is in his heart is a fucking beautiful guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see him with look at a guy with his kid. That's who the guy is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Look at a guy with his kid. You look at Lewis with his kid, man. Sweetest motherfucker in the
Lewis
world.
is always taking care of me for almost no reason. So I always
he's
loved
just
him.
looking, man. I'm a fucking old man. I met that little piece of shit, and we've gone fucking head to head a bunch of times. But I've 100% been in his corner.
Sure.
Even when I wanted to fucking hit him with a shovel, but because I've always saw something in him and saw myself in him, and I'm very proud of that kid. I'm very proud of him that he's become a better person, and he's still a piece of shit.
I didn't realize that.
I don't know if that makes sense. He's a better person, but he's still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Is who he is. So God bless him. And but money is a big thing, man. Having some money, having a little money makes you go like this, right? This is what money does.
Yeah.
I say to my wife all the time, "Are we good?" And she's like, "We're good." I'm like, "Cool," because I've said it in the past where I'm like, "We good?" You're gonna have to go work.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'll go work. That's a shitty feeling to have.
Can I tell you the biggest thing right now? And I'm just going to be open and vulnerable as hell.
Please.
I honestly, because this is the thing that's getting me. This is why I'm just like off and whatever. But it's like
1 second. Wholesale furniture. No, go ahead. What do you get?
No, I don't know how to explain this, but it's like, and I don't know if this is just me not realizing, not being proud of my station and being like, hey, look, you're okay so far. But like this kid that came, I love him. And there's nothing I do when I hold him. I'm like, man, like, no matter what, if I ruin my career for this, worth it. This is the thing that would happen. That's okay. But I just don't think I had gotten far enough. I was working 16-hour days almost every day before he came. And now the kid's here, and I cannot do that. And I go, man, if I wasn't able to make it before, how the fuck with limited work and giving a shit about this kid and really caring? Because everyone I know who has a kid got past that little hump first.
Yeah.
And I just hadn't gotten past that. Every club I headline literally will email me and be like, hey, can you come back and feature or headline again? It's a constant fight because I don't draw or whatever, that like now I'm like, I just didn't get to where I needed to be before this fucking kid came. And the water is right above the lips right now. And I just am fucking horrified. And I need Mike Vecchione to go do Joe Rogan so that our goddamn podcast can do well.
But I hear what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I do understand what you're saying, but I used to think that way. I don't think that's how it works, though. I really don't think.
Says the guy with no kid or wife.
I feel like there's a rope.
Says the guy with no responsibility, nothing tying him down. Says the guy who lived with Dan Soda for 20 years. Says the guy who has rent that's $480,
but has the best new Matador bit.
Says the guy.
Business.
Says the guy.
Good new Matador bit out of it.
Says the guy who fasts every other day.
He emotionally fasts too, which I think is funny. He only shows love at lunchtime.
Can I take this one?
Sure.
You have a kid.
Yeah.
You have a wife. You have a family, and you're nervous.
Yeah.
That is what that fear and that heavy rock that wakes you up in the middle of the night, which I still have, by the way. Okay, I still have it. Still wake up at 3 a.m. My roof just fucking started leaking.
But I can't pound the way I did before.
You what?
I can't pound because if I pound the way I did before, I won't be in this kid's life the way I want to be.
That's not true. Understand this.
The coffee.
Understand this. Most guys, fathers, wake up before the kid's up and they're off to work on a train, in a car, in traffic, going to a job. They come home 6 o'clock, get home 7, eat, kids in bed, bye. They see their kid on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay. And those are the days that they usually take some time for themselves too. Really okay.
Yeah.
We see our kids all fucking the time. All the time. The only time we're not going to see them is maybe on Fridays and Saturday nights. Okay. We're home Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. And we see them during the day. We see them all day. You're going to be with your kid all day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, middle of the night. We work for hours. Dude, you're going to see your kid more than most dads see their kids. And this kid is going to make you. Ever hear that saying, babies come with 2 bags of gold. Every baby comes with 2 bags of gold. And not to get too weird, but the universe is going to come.
We got to stop talking about this right now.
No, I believe he's on
right now because I'm about to fucking
let him finish.
Listen to me.
You're breaking me immediately.
The universe is going to give you and that baby what you need to make it. You are up to your lip, but you're not. You're right where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because all you need is a roof over your head, some food for your mouths, and each other. That's it. All the other shit you don't need.
My kid's not going to respect me unless I have a comment.
Your kid respects you. You know what? Your kid loves you.
If I don't get live at Gotham,
buddy,
he's never going to go to college.
The most Netflix specials of anybody. How could your kid not respect you? Dude, I'm telling you right now.
I believe that's right.
It is coming. It will come to you. You have to, if you're thinking about how much you love your kid and how grateful you are, be with that.
Yeah.
The other stuff comes because of that.
Yeah.
You're waking up, you're doing a podcast with one of the funniest guys in the business. You guys are working hard, you're doing your own show, you're putting it out there, you're fucking hilarious. And that stuff will come to you. It will come to you. You have to keep creating. You can't worry about the outcome. You have to worry about right now what it is you're doing. You can't worry about what it's going to get you. You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
And you are fine. Think of all the fucking immigrants that came here that lived on top of each other.
I don't want them here. I do think about them.
Different topic.
We're going to be talking about illegal Mexicans on the Patreon Extra right now. If you want to stick around, please stick around for the Patreon. You guys, we are going to Patreon right now. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. If you guys are fans of the Robert Kelly podcast, please head over there and become a member. We do a little extra over there with these guys every week. You also get to watch the show live. You get to be part of the the chat and be part of the show. And also you get a bunch of other stuff live from the shed. You get the Calter and Kelly on Friday. You get to watch all the shows live. So much stuff on my Patreon for you guys. So much content I put up there. So become a member, pick a level, get on there. And if not, it's always free on Sundays for everybody. So if you, so you can watch it. But anyways, yeah, dude, you're going to be fine. I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, man, it's real scary. Life is fucking terrifying, isn't it?
This is the first kind of like, even during COVID, there was no break because I just pivoted to something else. This is the first time it's like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm being with this kid, being here. I'm taking care of my wife.
But you gotta remember this too, and this is hard for me. Is you gotta go away from your kid too to take care of your kid.
Yeah,
yeah. My kid came to me. It was 2 weeks ago, and I was on the road, and we were in the middle of the night, and he's like, I came home, and it was 10:30. He stayed up to see me. Hadn't seen me in 4 days. Stayed up to see me, and I was leaving the next morning at 4:30 in the morning. And we're in bed, and he's hugging me, and he's like, "When are you leaving?" I go, "I got to leave in a couple hours." And he started hyperventilating, crying. And he was like, "Dad, why? Please just don't go. You don't have to go." And he was like, "Dad, I don't." He goes, "I don't need anything." He's like, I don't need any presents. I don't want anything. We can just, stay home and eat and just don't go." And I was like, "Well, I got to make money to, give us stuff so we can." He goes, "We don't have to go to a room. We don't have to do any of this stuff. Just be with me. Yeah. Please don't leave me." And I was like, yeah, it feels great. And I love that he loves me, and it broke my heart. But in reality, it's like, Max, I got to go do this stuff. I'll be home.
Yeah.
And I'm spending all day Monday. I'm coming home Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I will be with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Sure,
we're going to have a blast. And in reality too, dude, as soon as you leave, they don't even think about you. I'm not even kidding you. I called him on FaceTime from the airport, all emotional still. And he's like, "Yeah, Dad, listen, here, talk to Mom. Henry Danger's on." And they'll give a fuck. Yeah, I mean, they do, but they don't.
Sure, of course.
So you're going to be fine, dude.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something if your wife was sleeping with a guy named Henry Danger? And that's how you found out. That was
I just spit out of my nose. I need a napkin.
Yeah.
We don't even have Nickelodeon on our cable. Oh shit. Oh, I got coffee in my nose. How gross is that? Now I have brown boogers. All right, man. That's YKW for this week. YKWD for this week. Shit. Of course, we have Greg Stone. Your podcasts are
Friday Night Greg. It's Friday Night Energy every Wednesday morning. And then I have my wonderful podcast with Mike Vecchione, Macaroni Rascals. Both are great. Both are really funny.
But ours is a Patreon, Macaroni Rascals. It gets released, right?
It's a regular podcast.
I'm asking. It's a regular podcast.
We have over 10 episodes. You think it's only on Patreon?
Mike,
no, we have a free version.
Done a lot of podcasts with a lot of people. Do you want to just do one with me? So is that what you?
Yeah, could you?
Want to just do it with me?
Yeah. Greg, you're out. I'm sorry.
How funny.
No. Yeah, it's. I gotta put the Patreon on there, right? Patreon.com/Macaroni Rascals to subscribe.
No, you can get it for free. Okay. And then for to get the video and to get it early, you go to Patreon and you subscribe and you get that.
And what is our? We have a $10 subscriber, which is a made man. And we have $5, which is the envelope.
I'm falling asleep.
The envelope's a little light.
$5 is the envelope.
The envelope's a little light. We respect it.
We respect it, but the envelope's a little light. And the $10 full membership. And check out my other. I'm sorry. Are you done?
I was literally plugging your podcast.
Okay.
I was plugging your podcast.
We don't have this down to us.
For the Gumads.
For the Gumads.
I mean, it's fucking nuts. You guys are so bad.
Okay.
People love it.
Mike Vecchione Investigates is my podcast on Gas Digital. Please subscribe. Tune into that. I need a lot of help there. Mike Vecchione Investigates and Macaroni Rascals. And check out my dates. MikeVecchione.com and at Comic Mike V on all social media platforms at Comic Mike V. And I appreciate a follow.
Can I plug my stuff too? Because I didn't get to finish my plugs.
I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, that's how we do it back and forth.
I always read my fucking.
Follow me on Instagram, Greg F Stone. I'm putting up a lot of clips and it's fun. And I also what I do is I put all Mike's clips on my Instagram, so you don't need to follow him. So I just you get 2 for 1. You get his clips of my clip. That's not true. No. Anyway, I love you, buddy. Love you, buddy.
Listen, you guys are 2 of the funniest guys I know, and it's always a pleasure having you on. We're gonna go to a little extra right now. If you're into the show, go over there and check it out, and make sure you check out robertkellylive.com for all my dates. And I'm not gonna put you through all the shit they just put you through. That was just tough. It's tough. I want to thank Nikki, my producer. I want to thank Mike V. Schwartz at Mike V. Schwartz.
Mikey.
And I want to thank Joe Russell, the magician. Check out his cheese show, please, at YouTube. Just type in cheese show. It's the only one on YouTube. And him and his lovely wife, soon to be, do this crazy, awesome cheese show every week. It's funny. It's cheesy, and it's cheesy. Like the regular, the cheesy, and this cheesy. I get nothing. Their plugs sucked all my energy out of me. And we'll be back next week on You Know What, Dude? You guys are the best fans in the world. We'll see you next week. You know what, dude?
Stick around. It's not over yet. This episode of YKWD is continuing now, exclusively on patreon.com/Robert Kelly. See you there.
All right. Well, listen, this has been a special Patreon dish. I knew we were going to go long. It was only like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We did a half hour because I love you guys are I love doing podcasts with you two. I swear to God, I'm so glad you guys got together and did a show.
But good chemistry.
Good chemistry. But you guys are good chemistry with anybody you do a show with.
He's the funniest.
Man.
That's a true fucking talent.
Thank you, buddy.
I mean, alone, not that interesting.
Right.
But when you're with somebody else to fill up that other space.
So then what are we? If what's 0 times 0? 0. That should be the name of the podcast.
That's a good name.
You do the math. That's our merch. You do the math.
Not for nothing.
Not for nothing.
Yeah, this podcast, not for nothing. You got to go to Patreon. All right, listen, Greggy, thank you so much. God bless you and your baby.
Love you. Thank you.
I'm telling you, you're going to be fine. 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 Because you are a hard worker, a good person, and you know how to get shit done. That's it. Thanks. You do things. You don't let shit fail. You know, you don't. And this is going to propel you to the next place you want to be, is by having that much pressure to get the engine going. So,
thanks, bud.
All right.
Now, Mike, now you do me.
You're a super talent. You're a super talented human being. I think that's what's going to push you over the top. I think you're super talented.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm gonna say the pressure's gonna make you better than you are.
No, I love you both. And
super talented.
I know. I love you both.
Super talented.
You both make me better.
Talented guy.
I mean, super talented's nuts. But listen, you're talented. Put the super in front of me.
I think he's super talented.
He meant soup or. He's soup or talented.
And of course, Vecchione, you're the best, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Fucking wonderful. It was good seeing you this weekend.
Yeah, it was fun.
And
great watching the fight together. Great hanging.
Oh, it was good, man. I love Vecchione. One guy was talking to me. I was like, get away from me. Vecchione just took over for me. Because Vecchione just has that. He can just deal with these fucking people. I kept going, don't touch me. I was going to snap his finger back. He's going to take a side pistol because he's from Houston and shoot me. All right, we'll see you guys. Of course, check out robertkellylive.com, all my dates. Check out comicwearables.com. I got that new YKWD hat up there from Skankfest is going up there. So if you saw it and you want it and you liked it, which I got a lot of hits about that, they sold out at Skankfest. They're up on, they will be, if they're not up now, very soon up on comicwearables.com. Sister Ping, Kel's Bells, YKWD. We got that YKWD hat up there. Excuse me. Sorry about that. That was disgusting. And we got a new Pancake Sunday coming out. We're going to be joining with Bear Mountain Syrup is going to be helping us out. And we're going to put a package deal together for Pancake Sunday, hat, candle, and syrup. So there you go. Check it out. We're going to be doing a special thing for that too. If you post your Pancake Sunday, hashtag Pancake Sunday, and tag the podcast in it, you're going to get your own little package for free. We're going to pick 1 or 2 of you guys and send you a Pancake Sunday package deal. And I have to piss, so we got to wrap this up. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and become a member of my Patreon and support all the stuff that I do creatively. You're the best fans in the world. We'll see you next week. You know what, dude? Later.
I want one of those hats. Those are dope.
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs.